Doran has a video, so supposedly we didn't even get 10.0 yet, and supposedly there's already a 10.1 potential leak. We might be seeing what 10.1 is going to look like in the expansion. So let's see. Let's see what Doran has to say. We haven't watched one of his videos in a while.
Alpha just started, and it turns out we already have pretty big hints on what could be coming out in the first patch of the new expansion, 10.1. Now, this is actually really good news, because if they already dropped these hints right at the start of the alpha,
means they're ready.
It means that they more than likely are deep in development, and Blizzard did recently in interviews say that they plan to release smaller but more frequent patches for Dragonflight to really make up for the problems of the Shadowlands drought and
content is king. We need content.
So what is this new data mine information? Obviously spoilers ahead that we have from data mining, and what could be coming out in 10.1. What is this new 10.1 underground?
What is it?
If you guys are looking to buy licensed software like Windows 11 for the cheapest prices on the market,
I have to say something.
At a great discount,
I love Doran,
but
man, do I feel like this guy sells out on his ads. I never ad for these websites because I don't trust them. These Windows Keys website and stuff. But hey, if you do trust them, use this key.
We already have some decent information. We have seen multiple zones, we have seen new storylines and characters, and there have also been some really interesting hints of dragon origins and unknown dragonflight that we might yet discover, and some seriously buried ancient history that we are yet to explore as we reach the Dragon Isles. There is definitely going to be some strong time travel themes in this expansion, and the involvement of Nosdormu, Morazon, the Bronze Dragonflight. This is more than evident with us going back to the Null and a bunch of other very ancient events from Warcraft history. So the actual information that we can speculate from is from some really interesting references found in the database. Why we know this is 10.1 related is because Blizzard literally wrote so in these files.
They wrote it in the files.
Plan, development maps, cinematic tests, but most importantly, there is this item in the database known as the Dragon Isles Underground. Warning. Must be kept flag development map until
somebody fucked it up.
I don't think
somebody fucked it up.
Anymore here. They're sort of encrypting this as
someone's gonna lose their job.
Most likely won't reveal it soon, but it will be revealed when they reveal 10.1, which already indicates the first patch that may be coming out, which, as I said, is excellent news because they're already deep in development with this. Blizzard told us they have been working on Dragonflight before Shadowlands was even released, and it is really good news that like 6 months before release, they already have the development of the patch. Now, of course, we can't really see what this development map is aside from the name, but we can definitely speculate as well. This is a small bit of information. It is also a big amount of information at the same time, as it is called underground. And
underground, yeah, I wonder what
this could exactly be. So at the moment, within the community, there are
underground is either some kind of like dragon lair, or it's some kind of like Ulduar Uldum, like underground Titan facility or something.
Going around either
if I had to guess.
Black Dragonflight, Titans, Old Gods, or Azeroth, World Soul itself, or a mix of all those. And I gotta say, a few of these make a lot of sense and could actually be totally real. So if you can follow the news, you might have realized that these proto-dragons are going to be a really big deal in this
the proto-drakes are the originals.
The original drakes that didn't really accept the Titan gift, the gift to the aspects, and instead they believed
the original drakes.
All about just elemental magic and dominating the world as they're big and strong. Now, it is entirely possible that this could be related to them and these primalists, and that is really what a lot of community is speculating right now, because usually the first patch of the new expansion is not really a big hitter story reveal, but usually something to distract us, while the last two are generally where the real meat of the story is set. Because of this, I think this one is highly likely being related to the proto-drakes and the primalists. However,
Galakrond is guaranteed, man, at this point.
For example, we have learned from the most recent alpha information that Black Dragonflight is going to play a really big role in this expansion.
Oh, of course.
You can play
the Black Dragonflight is basically the only leaderless Dragonflight in the Dragon Isles right now. And they're leaderless because their old leader, he kind of lost his mind. You might have heard of him before. His name was Deathwing. Yeah? You may have heard of him before. Yeah, so he's gone. They're a leaderless group, and we have seen there's going to be a struggle for the leadership of the Black Dragonflight. So I'm sure they're going to play a big role in the expansion. Morning, Sam and chat. What's up, Dirt Pirate?
Yes, the Drag tier, the elite soldiers.
Sumato. Yes, let's do this.
And there are these three characters that are kind of vying for taking over and rebuilding the Black Dragon fight. One of these being Rathian. As you may know, with
let's summon
Deathwing
Sumato.
defeated, we thought this dragon fight was all but destroyed, but a few Black Dragons, uncorrupted ones, remained, and now we have discovered the Drag tier, and it is entirely possible that we could discover new Black Dragons underground, which means that the dragon fight may be rebuilding. It could be going back to the old glory days.
Sure.
Now, why this theory is popular is not because, you know, dragon eggs are underground and in a cave, but because the Black Dragon fight are the Earth Warders. This is why Deathwing was known as Neltharion the Earth Warder. They
The Earth Warder. That's true.
Always there in
Neltharion became Deathwing. He lost his mind when he was underground guarding shit, and he was because he was underground, he was closer to the Void Lords and all that shit who were digging underground and all that crap. So that's why he got all corrupted.
caves, caverns, and usually they're underground. You had Neltharion's lair, Onyxia's lair, the Twilight Caverns, which were influenced by Black Dragons, and even Nefarian himself was inside a mountain. Now, this is a bit different.
Dragons do like their underground shit.
Dragon fight, they generally prefer to be out in the grooves, out in the open. The Black Dragon fight with their nexuses, only maybe the bronze could be related to the underground, but realistically, the Black Dragon fight is the underground fight, and that is how Deathwing was even.
Morning, guys. I just wanted to let you guys know my son's surgery went well.
Now,
Yeah, nice. How did raid go yesterday? We went up to Anduin and then we stopped. We couldn't really progress on Anduin, but we're doing good now, and happy to hear your son's doing good.
That is evident from all the information that we currently have from the alpha. There is some dispute on who should be leading it. There is obviously going to be a lot of development, and we're talking about Rathian as well.
Sexy man Rathian.
It's entirely possible that the first patch could be tied to this. It could be the introduction to the Black Dragon fight storyline and Rathian having a big role. Now,
Rathian's gonna Rathian clearly believes he is the heir to the throne of the Black Dragon fight, and he's gonna fuck anyone up who tries to take it from him. That's my guess.
Is the Titan theory. As you may know, the Titans
Sumato, what's up? Nice.
Just love to build stuff under the ground. Generally, all the forges, the
Alright, let's ready
laboratories,
check.
the testing grounds, the bases are always somewhere far from the mortals that are on the land, and even their creations, such as the Earthen, that later turn into dwarves, love to dig things out deep under the ground.
They do love to dig.
Build their own settlements.
Those dwarves love to dig.
Pretty much any significant Titan mechanism that we have discovered or technology that we have seen has been somewhere under the ground. This is obviously for two big reasons. One is so that random people don't just barge in and disrupt the maintenance of the Titan machinery, and the other is that all of this is really tied to the Azeroth's world soul, which is obviously deep under the ground and which seems to be strongly involved with this expansion. It is a really popular theory right now that it's awakening.
Yeah, I'll start with Andy
Awakening of the world
I'll
soul
start with him. I'll hold aggro first.
The Dragon Isles to appear after 10,000 years. If you have been following the recent news, you might know that Alderman is going to be relevant once again in Dragonfight. It is going to be a dungeon.
Alderman coming back.
Remember Mother from BFA and the other Titan forges we had encountered? They mentioned all the Titan facilities that we know of, Alderman being one of them, and then they talked about an additional Titan facility detected. Status unknown. Recommendation: do not approach or engage. This recommendation might just be the biggest hint that this is the most important Titan facility, and seeing all these Titan Watchers, Tier, and the Dragon aspects empowered by the Titans on these Dragon Isles, I think it is safe to say that this facility might just be located here somewhere under the ground, hidden from mortal eyes. This facility
that makes
may be
sense.
related to Azeroth's world soul, which may be related to that energy that appeared to look like Azerite in the official cinematic, and it could just be related to the first batch of the new expansion. Now, the last popular theory is that this could be related to the Big Black Empire and the Old Gods, but nothing at the moment confirms this.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
The Old Gods are also under the ground. It is really just a wild theory, but I wouldn't be surprised that the Old Gods might have somehow reached this, as you know.
I think the Old Gods are shelved for a little bit right now.
Really, is a Titan facility of significant importance. They definitely
let's one shot this blah blah blah.
On this thing. Unfortunately, at the same time, it is entirely possible that this could just be a smaller point of 10.0 10.1 patch. Maybe not the actual focus. This could be like a null underground dungeon somewhere
It
below
could be
the ground, or a primalist base, or really just not the main focal point of the patch. But honestly, I think an entire underground patch would be really a cool change of pace to keep people hooked with Dragonflight, as really
flying
all the zones that
underground.
we have seen are
We'll
going
see.
to be
We did that in
massive,
Deepholm.
open,
You guys remember
vast,
Deepholm?
so that all the dragons can fly. So it would be kind of cool to have an underground zone. As I mentioned earlier, I don't think this 10.1 is going to be the big reveal of
That's
the
right, we got
Azeroth's World Soul, the Awakening, the big cosmological truth, or some crazy thing that you've been setting up for the past 2 expansions. It is probably going to be some sort of a filler patch, but it is entirely possible that
I'll take
while
a filler
this could be a
patch better than
side
no
story,
patch.
it could start revealing the big storyline chunks to set up the main lore for Dragonflight. With the timing and the current reveals for the expansion alpha, this could be highly likely. Thank you for watching. Check out Can the Undead Finally Be Cured by clicking on the screen, and check out Doronsmovies Academy for videos of real world history. See you next time.
Yes, yes, yes. Great video from Doran.